Bring me a dream. Pum, 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 make her do. Good evening, good evening. Good evening, and God bless you. I am Ian. This is my lovely wife.
Rachel.
We are up Big Family Life in the Simpson family home, and 4S with the Simpson family. The 4S representing faith, family, food, and fitness. Faith because we believe we can do all things through Him who loves us.
Mm-hmm.
Family because aside from God, there's nothing and no one more important on this earth. Food because food is medicine. And fitness because we believe overall wellness can be achieved by pursuing and maintaining a strong mind, soul, and body. Hence, 4Fs to manifest your best life by grace under God. This is real talk. And the reoccurring theme is that if happiness is a choice, if we've identified that something in our current situation or circumstances is making us unhappy, how do we get from where we are to being happy? Well, the simplest way is to just identify the little things that make us happy and feed into that. So, my love, what did you do today that made you smile? Hi, CJ. God bless you. Hello, hello, hello.
I can't see Rose.
Rose. God bless you, Rose.
Rose.
Thanks for stopping in. What did you do,
Hello.
my love, that made you smile?
There's so much that happened today that made me smile.
Oh boy, today was a big day. Another huge day at the Simpson family home.
Today is Monday.
And we're smiling.
Yeah. We were we had to pull double shift today. We had two of our sons had appointments at the same time.
At the same dang time. Blended family of 10, right?
So Dad, I had work today. However, Dad could just not go and be in two places at once. So
I'm not mom. I mean, if it was mom here with the kids, I mean, she'd have handled that.
Yeah.
I'm only dad, so I couldn't do the two places in one time, that one time thing. So I had to pull mom in.
Yeah, so we did double duty, and that made me smile because I had some alone time with Ryder this afternoon.
Oh boy!
And Ryder is one of the children that he needs to be given the time he's leaving, how long he's going to be there, and when he's going to be back.
He needs to be prepped.
Yeah,
He needs to be prepped, prepped and debriefed.
So he was quite happy today. So we took him, and he had to get a different cast.
Yeah.
However, over the weekend, Ryder took it upon himself to take his cast off.
Took the plaster one off. He just couldn't handle it, so he cut it off. He pulled a Noah, cut it off.
He cut it. Yeah. So he cut it off this weekend. So for him, it's a sensory overload.
Yeah, it's a texture sensory thing.
Yeah. So we took it off, and then he had to get one back on, and so just spending time with him.
Mm-hmm.
And that put a smile on my face.
And before he left, like mom came home early, so that got all the kids excited. Mom's home at lunch, and so Ryder quietly, mom's sitting outside, just having some time, and Ryder quietly goes out and joins her, and he sits down and he's like, "So where are we going?" Okay. How long is it gonna take to get there? About a half hour. Oh boy, that's like an hour travel time alone. Dang, that's a long time. Okay, Mom. Okay, thanks. Back in the house. So he right. Our children are so down to the doodles. Our pets are. I mean, let me tell you, the devil's in the details, right? The details are everything. As long as they know, then they're fine. However, if they don't know, things start to get hairy.
Yeah.
If one of us are leaving the home, then we legit have to. 8 of the kids live in the home with us. 8 of the 10 children live in the home with us. So if one of us are leaving, hey Eric, God bless you. If one of us are leaving the home, or heaven forbid, we're both leaving the home at the same time, we need to answer that question 8 times. Where are you going? What's happening? What's going on? Where you going? And it doesn't matter that they're right there when it doesn't matter. We actually have to answer that question 8 times. And it was so interesting because the Jamaican in me hates answering that question. The Jamaican in me absolutely abhors I'm grown. I'm grown. I'm going out. That's the Jamaican in me, right? So I've had to learn to just we make what is it, compromise and concessions. And the children all have, even the doodles, they all have separation anxiety, and that's an easy fix. That's such. Thank you for the share. God bless you. That's such an easy fix. I mean, I just communicate with them. Where are you going? Well, I'm on my way out the door. I'm going, and then it's so. I established. Higher. Thank God bless you. We received that. Love you guys. Smiles and laugh. What made you smile today, Rose? And we established very early on that. Oh, geez, can't remember where I was going with that thought.
No, well, mom has anxiety.
You're right. And so mom has anxiety, the children has separation anxiety, and the doodles. And so it's just a very easy fix to just give them the information. Where are you going? When are you going to be back? It's a real thing. And it's comfort. It's not them being nosy, bossy, or unchildlike or into adult business. It's actually... it's just something that offers them comfort, and it's a small thing for us to make that adjustment, if you would. You know,
I think it was for you to even make it.
Is me.
It was kind
me.
of, yeah.
It was, like, I mean, as I said, I'm grown. It's the Jamaican in me, right? I don't want to answer to my kids. However, once you identify that it's a mental health issue and it gives them joy, it was an easy adjustment to make.
So what are you guys doing this summer to stay sane with the kids? I'm going to work.
I love you.
I love you, sorry.
Yeah, she gets... And... Oh, man.
You have 2 days of volunteering.
Yeah, I have 2 days of volunteering where I actually get out of the house. Other than that, I run Daddy Daycare, right? And we're going to invest. I'm really looking forward to my next purchase for the daycare is going to be a slip and slide. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. And we're going to have a ton of fun with that. Like, I mean, a ton of fun. Do you know how to get rid of eczema scars?
I actually... I think 2 of the children had eczema.
And I had it as a child as well.
However, they didn't have the scars. So I'm not quite sure as to how to. I don't know.
Slip and slide the other 5 days, right? Yeah. Volunteer for 2, slip and slide the other 5. Nailed it. Nailed it. I imagine the water bill's going to go up. Hey, but the price of our happiness. We serve a living God. I would go to the place, I would go here with the eczema. I would go to the cure-all for skin rashes and so on and so forth is aloe. This guy here. The medicine plant, right? Aloe and lots of vitamin E. Vitamin D, vitamin E, and aloe. That's where I would go for that. That's would be, that's kind of a Jamaican cure-all for skin blemishes. I got to go, but definitely want to catch your live again. God bless you. We appreciate you, Rose. Thanks for stopping in. God bless you. And I mean, if you're going to be here interacting, please let us know what you did. Hey, Charlie, please let us know what you did today that made you smile. Because happiness is a choice. And so if we want to get from being, if we're currently unhappy in our situation, I went to the park with my friend.
Yay!
Way to go, Charlie. I mean, that would definitely make me smile. Spending
what made
time.
you smile today?
What did I do today that made me smile? Pick one. Actually, pick one. Because happiness is a choice. So I spend a lot of time feeding into my happiness. And a great deal of what I do over the course of the day makes me happy because it's spent with my children. So pick one. And the only thing that makes me somewhat not as happy is the fact that, I have to share my wife with the rest of the world. But however, I know that what she's doing is fueling her soul. And she's like, it's so awesome. We're going to talk right away about the drive that she just started. Okay, let me pick one.
We started.
She started. Let me pick one. One thing that I did today that made me smile. Well, Jordan and I went to pick up a computer desk, and that was just as you said, you had an opportunity to spend some one-on-one time with Ryder, and I've been spending more time with him of late, one-on-one, and just kind of our conversations. I don't like having meaningless conversations. I don't. Our time here is limited, and there's a great deal of information that needs to be passed on. So I like to have meaningful conversations whenever possible. And the conversations are just with him are quite rewarding and fulfilling as I watch him grow and mature and give me a glimpse of the man he intends to be. That's very encouraging to me, and that's very exciting. So that made me smile, just spending time with him. Mm-hmm. He's a very mature 17-year-old. He always has been, and quite honestly, he was my baby for the longest time. Even though he's not the youngest son, he was the baby. He was my baby for the longest time, and then of course, Callie came along, and that changed everything. Mm-hmm. So I mean, here's the importance of identifying the things that make you happy and feed into that. I mean, we're gonna work step one to death. It's only step one, but you got to work it to death, because as my wife says, it's all about developing those good habits, right? And habit forming, routine forming, and so on and so. Because we're deficient in that area. We are absolutely deficient because life is complicated and it can get in the way, right? And work, relationships, the kids, and however, here's what happens. Why it's so important to intentionally feed into your happiness, to intentionally do the things that make you happy. Because if you're not intentionally feeding into your own happiness, then you are unintentionally feeding into your unhappiness. Please let me say that again. If you are not intentionally feeding into your own happiness, then you are unintentionally feeding into your unhappiness. So identify the little things that make you smile or make you happy. Chocolate chip cookies. And intentionally feed into that. And because what happens then organically as we intentionally feed into the things that make us happy, we organically stop feeding into the things that make us unhappy. So I can truthfully sit here and say, what didn't I do today that made me smile? Because really everything that I do, I'm blessed. Yeah. My love.
That's
Ryder, come here, please, buddy.
Where is he?
Got you, Charlie. Got you. God bless. Charlie said her phone's about to die, battery low. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, and so because we're so busy, especially with, myself work, him with the children, and his volunteer stuff, and another project that he's working on, we have to be very intentional as where we spend our time.
That's right.
So like this evening after we're done our live, because we spent a lot of time, like myself at work and then the children, my next is my husband. I spend time with my husband. There's which is we watch a TV show and go to bed. We're like in bed
laughing
like
at us because it's bedtime, and it's not necessarily bedtime, but it's our time.
Yeah.
And it's our time, and the only time after that we see the kids is when they come to say goodnight.
Yeah.
After that, before that, we don't want to see them. But Ryder's here. Come on in, Ryder. Say hello. I mean, he got a real good. I mean, they did a bang up, fantastic job on his new cast, on his new hard cast. Come on in, buddy, and show them your cast. And they because it's a textile thing for him, they went all in, and I mean, because he can get this wet. And they didn't put any cotton in there, which will break down and cause the itching and so on and so forth. But this here, and I remember when I broke my wrist and the coat hanger, and then the stuff started coming out horrible. But this is wet and dry, and so
he can actually go swimming with this on.
Sure,
we don't have to wrap it. It's
shower,
actually,
everything.
Yeah.
And as usually there's some. Hey Jody, God bless you. What show are you into at the moment, baby?
It's like a spin-off.
It's the new CSI, or no, the new Criminal Minds.
It's like a spin-off with...
What is it? ITR? With international...
something.
Where they go overseas. The plane is much bigger. They have a 747 now instead of just the jet, and they have vehicles. It's not as good, but it's mindless.
Yeah.
It's mindless. Ryder's cast.
It's like you can feel it. Come here real quick. Sit down. Ryder, what made you smile today?
Yeah, what did you do that made you smile today?
Let me think.
Come in closer because you can't see you in both.
Yeah, on all
getting this new cast.
Yeah, that made you smile. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the other, it's so interesting because the other one he was like, I'm gonna cut it off. Can I cut it off? and now he's actually excited about getting one. So that's right. That's awesome.
Yeah, and he picked his color, so purple was his color too.
Purple nurple. And then baby, of course, came and said to me, she tried to pull the Jedi mind trick on me. How's the family? God bless. We are blessed and highly favored. Thank you. How are you? And what did you do to make you smile today? And baby tried to put a Jedi mind trick on me, right? She come up and she like, Dad, are we going to sign Ryder's cast? And normally, that used to be my former partners and my favorite nighttime watch. Boom, right? Just quality time, right? And normally I would have been like, yeah, of course we're gonna sign Ryder's cast and so on and so forth. However, Chris, I thought it might have been you. The Sasquatch name. I was like, is that? Yeah, God bless you, buddy. And so, I've been at this. I'm no longer a rookie when it comes to managing daughters. I'm no longer as green. I'm no longer a greenhorn, right? I got a little bit more experience. So my dad radar tingled a little bit. My I want to say spider sense, but my daddy sense tingled a little bit. And when she said, Dad, can we sign? And it occurred to me immediately, and I was like, yeah, if he wants us to. And she just went. She has this way of when she wants something, right? Like if she wants to go to the park, she know that she can't go to the park by herself. So she come to me and she be like, Dad, can I go to the park? Of course I could go. Of course you can go to the park, baby. And then she'll start getting dressed and be out the door. I'm like, whoa, who you going with? Well, I'm going to, you say I can go to the park. And then that gets her an immediate escort. Right? Jedi mind trick until I got smart girl Jody, very intelligent. Oh, she used to work me, right? But I got smart. They'd be like, Dad, can I go to the park? Well, if you got somebody to go with.
Yeah, she's
oh, boy, she is a handful. She is a lot. And it is such an easy thing for a child to grow up entitled, because she is spoiled rotten, and I make no apologies for that. Having said that, we are very intentional about how we live our lives, and as such, it is paramount that before anything else, we are good, godly, and kind. And I think that that's how we balance that being a princess with being a decent human being.
No, and if that's for you, it's from Chris. It says if my wife don't get what she wants, women, it's pretty long days ahead.
Chris.
That's basically Callie. Like if she doesn't get what her wants.
Oh, I get it. Women. Yes, exactly. I got it. I thought the inference there was that your wife wanted women. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? What happened? I was stuck there. I was stuck on that point, Chris. Thank you. God bless. Yeah, right? Like that exact, women. Yeah, girls. Yeah, girls. Yeah, girl.
You should see what happens when he doesn't try and stop to get me Tim's.
So Princess Jasmine is actually in the kitchen right now preparing the Doodles supper, and one of my favorite stories with them was I had to go on the other side when we lived on the other side, and I had to go and we had to get pajamas because it was pajama day at school. Imagine that, back then when kids were going to school and doing things like having pajama parties at school, right? And so we had to go get pajamas. Who was it? Bucky, Fifi needed pajamas.
Jasmine.
No, Jasmine just tagged along for the ride.
Okay.
Jasmine just tagged along for the ride. It was Bucky and Fifi and maybe Ryder. Yeah, Ryder. Right? But Ryder's like Ryder didn't want to be there in the first. Like he does come like, I'm not gonna buy you pajamas. Come and pick out your own stuff, right? And like so. Okay, so I had the hip at the time, right? So I was when we were there, I was using the buggy that Walmart provides to drive around, right? And so Ryder remembers. Ryder's over there chuckling. So Jasmine now decides she just came along for the ride. So then Jasmine now wants to take the buggy for a spin. because she doesn't want to shop with her brother and sisters. So Jasmine decides to take the buggy for a spin. She's cruising around Walmart doing whatever she's doing. We go get Ryder, easy, bam, bada boom, boom, done. Go get Bucky, something with a smile on it, easy, done. Like Bucky's all about smiles and done. Phoenix. So now I'm there and I'm just standing off and I'm allowing her to do what she need to do. And now she's just looking so confused and she's just looking so lost. And then she got me right in my heart. Cause she's asking my opinion. I'm like, yeah. And then she if mom was here, she'd know what to do. And I was like,
Right.
If mom was here, and I think I almost died. I died a little bit that moment. I was like, what do you mean? And in that moment, I went straight full on dad, right? No, I got this. Let's go. What do we need? Now we trying on clothes. Let's go. We trying on, all right, now we're trying on clothes. And I hear this. If you remember the Twilight Zone, I'm a little bit earlier. Now picture what I'm about to say. And in the back of your mind, play the music from the Twilight Zone. I hear this. Phoenix looks at me and she goes, I have you in my little world of shopping. I have you trapped in my little world of shopping now. I kid you not. She says this to me, right? So I don't know. We were in there for about half an hour, right? And we come out with whatever we come out with, right? And now it's time to go pay, right? And now Jasmine decide to rejoin the party, right? And she mad. She mad because Phoenix got stuff. And she look at me like it's my fault, right? Look at me. Jasmine look at me with attitude talking about, why does she have stuff? She was only supposed to get pajamas. And I panicked. I straight up panicked. I didn't know what to do. I panicked. I was like, Mom would have given you specific instructions not to leave me alone with her. This is not on me. This is your fault. I'm not proud of myself for what I did in that moment. I am not proud of myself. But it worked. Jasmine looked at me and she was like, yeah, Mom did tell me. Absolute favorite story with the girls. By far.
And then the lady behind you.
Absolute random stranger standing. I didn't know that she observed the whole thing. And I turned around and she just had this smile on her face. She's like, I love you. She got it, right? I mean, I panicked. Yeah. What was I supposed to do? I panicked.
So Chris said, okay. Oh, he said last time I asked for another woman, I couldn't see out of my left eye for 6 months.
You're lucky you only couldn't see out your left eye. I'd have bruised both of them for you. Go ahead, sweetie.
And she asked me yesterday how I want to be buried. She's getting close to that age, I think. Smart woman.
You want your husband to act right? Just ask what kind of funeral he wants. Honey, do you want to be interned or do you want to be cremated? You want a big funeral? Are we up to speed on our life insurance? If that don't get us acting right, then I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I kid. We got happiness is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Chris and Jody, God bless you both. Help us out here. What did you do today that made you smile? What did you do today that made you smile? And while you're into that, let me take a moment and brag about my wife. So she noticed at work the other day, as I've said, she's working with the society's most at-risk individuals. And she noticed that one of the services that they do is they provide whatever these individuals need, whatever. Literally, whatever. And she noticed that they were running low in their donations of sanitary napkins. Now, when you're talking about at-risk members of the at-risk community, it's not the first thing that pops into your mind. We are blessed and highly favored. God bless you. Thank you. How are you? It is not the first thing that pops into your mind. However, especially when you're a dude. Mm-hmm. We're only dudes, right? However, given thought, you're like, yeah, obviously, yeah, sanitary napkins. So she has started a campaign. It's on Facebook. She's put out a flyers, and we are accepting donations. What if you want to donate one or you want to donate 100? Whatever, if it's in you to do so, please do so. Everything will be going. No cash, no nothing like that. Just sanitary napkins, women's sanitary napkins,
or feminine products. We'll
or
just say
feminine products.
because
feminine products. It's so important.
Yeah.
It covers a lot, and it's so important. Hi, Carla. God bless you.
Hello, Carla.
And so that is we're gonna be pumping that campaign for the next. Let's get together and be the change. Let's go out and do some good. Let's go out and do some good. Okay, Jody. What Jody did today to make her smile?
She says, I built booby traps in the garden to keep those chicken fools from eating my vegetables and tomatoes.
You booby trap your chickens?
She sounds so fun. She sounds so fun. I would be so
I want to know what a chicken booby trap looks like.
Right here. Yeah, right here.
I want to know what a chicken booby trap looks like.
Jody,
you know who
send
would,
me a picture.
Looks like steampunk wars. You know who would love that? Baby. Baby's been out here with box and stick and feed and string trying to catch some prairie chickens for years.
Yeah.
She would love that. Start a million pad challenge. Hey. I mean, yeah, why not, right? Why not? Because I mean, let's go out and do some good. Let's be the change that we want to see in this world, in our little corner. Any small way that we can help. Any small way, this is a small thing. And I'm a firm believer. My conviction of belief is simply this. God blesses us so that we can bless others. So in any small way that we can try to pay it forward, we're going to do that here in the Simpson family, and we invite you to do the same. I think that what happens is a lot of individuals, we want to help, and sometimes we just don't know how. You know what I mean? We want to help, and we just don't know how. Well, here is a way to hit the ground running and just help for a meaningful cause. And yeah.
So she's
hey, easy, Chris. Jody says lots of wires, zip ties, 2x4s, bulbs, crates, mesh. Wow. I mean, you sounded like MacGyver right now.
I know. I'm like, I'd like to go spend a Saturday with her and just build booby traps.
Right?
Yeah.
That light bulb. I mean, 2x4s, bulbs. Wow. No chickens were hurt in the creation of these booby traps. That's awesome. What about you, Chris? What did you do today that made you smile? And Carla, what did you do today that made yourself smile? Again, because happiness is a choice. Because if we are not intentionally feeding into the things that make us happy, then we are unintentionally feeding into things that make us unhappy. Right? And that's a fair statement.
It's not pretty. Those hens are not getting my veggies.
Oh my goodness! And we I would think to say that we just put some chicken wire around it, but they fly. They'll fly over that. They'll just flap their wings. They don't fly far.
Really?
It's more like falling with style, like Buzz Lightyear. Oh. But yeah, they can clear a fence.
Oh.
Yeah, they can clear a fence. So chicken wire. Yeah, you gotta be real creative. If I'm remembering now from my days of growing up on the farm and licking the salt block in the middle of the pasture, that was my thing, man.
There was somebody else who
Jody says her fly high.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
there was somebody else was saying that they were from another place, and they did the same thing with the salt block because they didn't have salt in their diet at home. Who was it?
Free range have strong wingspan. There you go. And I didn't know prairie chickens flew because I always saw them suckers on the ground running looking like a road runner, right? And then all of a sudden I see a flock of them flying over the house. I'm like, wait, if they can fly, what they do all that running for? I just make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Yeah. That's funny.
Carla, what'd you do today that made you smile? And congratulations, since your daughter's
Oh,
is still
yes,
in
her
on the
graduation.
graduation. Congratulations, all the grads. Of course, GQ Jordy with good hair was a graduate. He's a graduate, and Cadence as well graduated out in Russell Tuesday and Thursday respectively of last week. And we are blessed and fortunate enough that we were able to make both events. God is good indeed. And so yeah. Prairie chickens not so smart. Is that why they run instead of fly? They're all a bunch of foghorn leghorns.
But they're so good. Like
I've never.
I know. I've been wanting to catch one because I want to cook it.
I've had free range chickens. We used to have free range
prairie
hens.
chickens?
No, free range hens on the choo choo trains, and those are delicious. I like those free range hens. That's delicious. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good.
We did
But I've
have
never-
supper. We did have supper. However,
We had an early supper tonight. Wow, yeah, we had like supper like 5:30,
Yeah.
and usually we have supper at 6. I guess it's not that early. Half
I'm
an
gonna
hour.
move forward because we have to adjust lighting here. Oh boy. Yeah. So yeah, this weekend was quite busy.
Oh, let's talk about tomorrow. Big day.
I know tomorrow. I'm trying not to think about it.
Okay, never mind. We won't talk about tomorrow.
All I say is tomorrow is my surgery day, and I'm trying to just keep myself distracted because it involves me being away from home, and I don't know till when. And yeah, so
I remember when I was in the hospital for a couple of days after the hip replacement, and that was so. I mean, baby came and saw me that first, and she was just in tears, and I was like, oh. Yeah, she was just not happy that I was she walked into the hospital and took one look at me and she just burst out crying. And I was like, no, I'm fine. It's fine. Well, you're coming home. Well, maybe it'll come. Oh, it was horrible. I'm never going to the hospital for an extended stay again.
yeah, she cried all the way home too.
It was horrible. However, so they came and saw me in the hospital, right? And we had a little visit, and I sat with baby and read her a book and so on and so forth. And then the visiting hours were over, right? And so now visiting hours are over. It's about 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night. And I'm settling in, and the lights on the ward are all off. I'm settling in, about to go to bed. My meds are kicking in, and my door opens, and I hear the big guy. What's going on? I guess he had worked, and he wanted to come check on Dad, make sure Dad was okay after surgery, and don't ask me how he got into the closed hospital ward. All I know is like, you good? Yeah. What are you doing in here? I'm not staying. And I see him peeking out the door because security was on his behind. He's like, okay, I gotta go. I'll see you. As soon as he was in, he was out.
Yeah. He needed to see for himself to make sure you're okay. That's all he needed in that moment. Yeah.
The big guy, right? Big Noah. Yeah, broke into the hospital to come make sure his old man was okay, and then he bounced. Yeah.
And Jody's like, get the kids a BB rifle. They will get those prairie chickens. The thing is, I would.
Yeah.
However, we're kind of in the city.
You're right. Yeah, you can't have no BB gun in the city.
Yeah.
Although as kids we used to.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh. Yeah. They could never catch him.
Roadrunner.
Yeah.
I guess they did.
No, and that's one of the things that I am missing is a lot of
Big
the
Noah.
wild.
They could never catch him.
Oh yeah, no, I'm missing like wild meat. So like I see these prairie chickens, and it's like one of those things that you just kind of crave for that home comfort food. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that because there's not much I can do here in the city. I don't know what's going on back there. I hear the kids, babe. Can you check on them?
Who, outside?
Probably the neighbors because ours are at the trampoline.
What am I looking for?
Just see what they're up to. Well, we have a lot of children in our neighborhood who like to hang out in front of our house, so we've got to keep an eye on them because, yeah.
Where's your sisters?
They're at the trampoline, baby.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. I just went dead.
What?
I stopped talking.
Oh.
I'm done. It's like See, it's only like 7:30. But the thing is that I've been in bed since 8:30. Woke up at 3 o'clock, watched another episode, and then I was back up at 6 this morning. So it's like my whole schedule now has changed, where I used to sleep until 9. And now I'm up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and
rejoining the world of professionals, right?
Yeah. Oh, hi, Nick.
Hey, Nick, God bless you.
Hello, hello.
What'd you do today, buddy, that made you smile? Happiness is a choice. And again, I can't state this enough, simply that what's the importance of identifying your own happiness and feeding into that? Because if we're not intentionally feeding into our own happiness, then we are unintentionally feeding into our unhappiness. If we are not intentionally feeding into our happiness, then we are unintentionally feeding into our own unhappiness. And happiness is a choice. So we need to make time for the things that make us happy, and we need to make time to just feed our souls. Absolutely make time to just feed your soul. I mean, we can continue on the path and the life that we're living, and I mean, we'll get there. We'll get there. There's your conviction of belief. Absolutely, you'll get there. However, I mean, it's not the destination; it's the journey. It's the journey. It's the journey, and it is just my lived life experience that when you put God in it, that it becomes richer, it becomes more fulfilling, it becomes more blessed. Quite simply. Yes, sir.
Are you calling me?
No, I wanted to know. Hey, where you going, Mercedes? I wanted to know where your sisters were,
No,
but I wasn't.
they're in here.
Huh?
They're in here.
No, they're not.
Well,
I think they're at the Norris. Mom says they're at the trampoline.
well, yeah, probably because I don't see them out here.
Okay, all right. See you.
He lost them.
Yeah. So
No,
where do you want to go, babe?
where-
Bedtime.
Bedtime. I'm like watching the clock already, and
Well, Ben stopped in. Good evening, Ben. God bless you. Thanks for stopping in.
there we go.
Yeah, tomorrow again is another big day, and so I have to monitor her stress level and ensure that she gets rest, because she'll be up early. We'll be up early in the morning, and then
Yeah, it's a 5 o'clock wake up time.
yeah. Then a little scoot across town, and then, however, it's not anything overly complicated or anything like that. It's just Jody, my wife's nature. She's just this push-up progression is unreal. Yes, Jody, day procedure. However, she found out today that she may not be. They may not release her until first thing tomorrow. So that's
The day after.
day after. But it is just a day procedure. However, it's a day after. I don't know. However, if she, given, they can't hold her against her will. However, if it's a matter of her health, obviously she'll stay. But if she's feeling well enough, I'm sure she'll ask and they'll let her come home. And Ben, his push-up progression, well, he's doing the work, right? I mean, like anything else, if you do the work, you get the result. I mean, anything in life, what you get out of it, what you put into it. And he's certainly putting in the work. He's not Ryder, but he doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be the best anything. He just has to be his best self. That's all. That's all we ask of any of our children. So I'm just encouraged that he's out there working as hard. I just love to watch the replays of the videos from time to time in the morning workout, because especially on the high knees, right? Because I watch it and he's just trucking. And I mean, it's not graceful. It's not pretty. But I appreciate the effort. Because I see where he's coming from, because not too long ago I was there. I'm coming off a busted hip, a hip replacement, a highly arthritic one. So not too long ago, that was me struggling through those knee ups, and so like I see the progression, I see the growth, and we don't claim perfection, we only claim progress. Graceful is gonna build strength. Yeah, they're all gonna be super strong. They all already are. You know what I mean? They all already are. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's just really about developing those healthy lifestyle attitudes, if you would. You know what I mean? My wish is that my wish for these children, for our children, is that they will have these.
No, her ball is
Her ball is up there. She's alert until no, she wants her ball. However,
It's squeaky.
I know it's fine. It's fine.
No, look at she wants it.
So it's my wish that I see the girls. Yeah, all the girls look great as well. I mean, the thing is that they just work so hard. They just put into it, right? They put into it, and I'm so proud. And I want I see that when I see the girls, the sisters jogging, I always take the long view. I see what I see is not my 16 and 14-year-old daughters jogging. What I see is my 26 and my 24-year-old daughter, meeting up on the weekend, because these are, you know what I mean? We make
Building
time
those
for each
healthy
other.
habits.
We make, and building those healthy habits, building those healthy relationships. I see them at 24 and 26 doing the same thing, and it just, yeah. Yeah. If you lived closer, I would hire you as my personal coach. Yeah, God bless you, I mean, I appreciate you so much.
I
God
like
bless you.
how over episodes or over a lot of the lives, she's like kind of seems like little subtle hints
to head out that way.
to head out that way. I'm catching on, Jody. She's trying to manifest a lot.
It's in the. I think that we eventually will get out of the city. It's just a matter of how far. We don't want to be
when.
too far from
Amenities.
And me, as long as I have Wi-Fi, I'm pretty much good. As long as I have reliable Wi-Fi, I'm good. Busted.
For me, it's like I need my Tim's and my Costco.
Yeah. But
And
now that
that's it.
Costco shops for you, I wonder.
No, they
if
won't be out of the city though.
Oh, they wouldn't deliver
No.
out of the city.
Not unless you. Oh,
Hey.
and my Smitty's wings.
Smitty's wings. Yeah, we do take out a lot. I mean,
No,
we're
since I
not
started-
anymore. Yeah.
Since I started working.
All of a sudden, we don't do. We don't have time for take. Oh man, we have Tim's. There you go.
Oh.
There's a
Oh.
huge seller. Huge seller. It's so interesting. The other day, I took her to work in the morning, and it was a Tuesday. It was a Tuesday or Thursday morning, which was my volunteer day. And I remember I was in the shower, and we were going through our day, our plan for the day, and I was like, "Babe," she's like, "What?" I said, "When did we get so busy?" I was like, "Dang, what the heck happened?" we went from spending every day for the last 2 years together, right? Every day as a family, as a couple, as a family, and all of a sudden now we're
Now
busy.
we were like passing each other.
Now
within
we're
our-
busy. What the heck? When did that happen? But it's okay because we're feeding our soul, and it's very rewarding. And now we can focus on our quality of time, as opposed to our quantity of time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's how life goes though.
Yeah.
Life has those little bit of changes and we kind of adjust with it.
Yeah.
Because if we all just like travel like this, no excitement, no little bit of bumps,
Yeah.
there'd be no room for growth.
Well, I mean, and I think that the idea about the life for us exists in the plains. We try to stay out of the peaks and valleys. You know what I mean? And the plains, life for us kind of exists in the plains. However, there's room within the plains for a little bit of excitement.
Yeah.
There's rooms in the plains that, whoa, getting a little crazy. Oh, come back down. Oh, a little bit crazy. Oh, but we stay out the peaks and the valleys. We stay out the peaks and the valleys as far as life goes. But we don't want to be flatlined either, living in the plains flatline. Flatline mean we dead. So we want a little bit of excitement. We just don't want no drama.
Yeah, and I think that for me, and that's even with anything that's going on, any kind of discussions that I see is, oh wow, somebody reached there. You don't have your Wi-Fi on. Sorry, I just got a notification somebody's Wi-Fi is not on. Must be one of our kids.
Wi-Fi is on.
Sorry, I was saying something. Oh, any kind of discussions, anything topic that's going on within the world. I like to have like those kind of like going in between, looking at both sides and not really staying in the absolute black and white of a discussion.
Oh, well said.
I like to be in that gray area because not fully on one side or the other, but hey, where can this actually overlap or make sense to me?
Well, life is seldom black and white. Life really just exists in that gray area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Life really kind of takes place in that gray area. You know? So, I mean, if it's black and white, then yeah.
That is how we learn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, there's this idea, I think, that
Oh boy, go put her in her kennel. She likes to eat dirt. She doesn't.
She's
touch
in
your
my
plant.
dirt again, eh?
Yeah, it's not your plant. She
It's the
just,
dirt.
She likes eating dirt.
You know, there's something, it suggests possibly that something
Is it
is...
normal puppies like eating dirt?
It suggests that something might be missing from her diet.
yeah, when it suggests something. Too many people are firm in their mindset. Jody says, too many people are firm. I am absolutely committed to the idea of being water. Bruce Lee introduced me to that philosophy. Be water, because water has the ability to destroy, smash, crash, right? However, water flows. It's very gentle. Water will take on, hello, my love. Water will take on, pick that up, please, that clump of
dirt.
soil.
Ooh, don't
Take
step on
on the shape of whatever container that it's in. You can try to corral and trap water, however, over time. Did you know that water will even seep through solid concrete and cement? There are fissures in cement and concrete that water will creep through there, right? So you have to be aware of that. So yeah, you know, water is just so adaptive. It's so calm. I no longer, you know, I'm water. I've been water. I was more like Niagara Falls, right? The rapids of Niagara Falls and the falls themselves, and then boom, crash, boom. Now I aspire to be the water after the falls, because that tends to be very calm and tranquil. The calm after the storm, if you would. So I aspire to be water. And Cousin Di, God bless you, Cousin Di. Thanks for stopping in. Mine, yours, and the truth.
Oh,
That's-
every story has three sides. Yeah.
Yep.
That would put that for a little bit in the front.
It's getting to be, it's 10 to 8 right now, sweetheart. So you can have 10 minutes and then be inside. Don't be late. The ultimate force, water. It really is. It really is. It really, really, absolutely is. And however, it's you know, it's so adaptive. It's so adaptive. It can build or it can destroy. And I think that when you are at a low vibrational frequency, I read something once that said the person that designed the atomic bomb, that kind of knowledge is you know, it's genius. It's genius. That knowledge to be able to do what they did. It's sheer genius. The problem is that when you have that kind of genius, but you resonate at a lower frequency, then you tend to lean towards destruction. When you resonate at a higher frequency, you lean towards being a helper or building. And like, for instance, the doctors that invented penicillin, they gave it to Canadian government for free. And then the government got a hold of it and started doing what they did, right? So they were resonating at what I would suggest to be at a higher frequency, while the government was resonating at a lower frequency and looked to profit. Yeah.
Interesting.
Tsunami frequency. I think Jody is into. Jody is. I dabble in a lot of stuff, Jody, and I find that I have a sense of clarity. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, here's what being water means for me. Here's what being water has come to mean for me, is that I've come to the place where I've had to admit that I actually know nothing. I know nothing outside of my own lived life experience. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I am moi aussi. Yeah,
What does
yeah,
that
Jody, me also. Ultimately, I'm just accepting someone else's opinion after I've taken what they had to say and put it through my own filters of lived life experience, common sense, and so on and so forth, godly discernment. I'm ultimately just accepting what somebody else's opinion is, because I could never explain it to myself. So I know nothing. For instance, gravity, you can never explain that in a way that I could understand, my mind could comprehend, right? So I'm accepting that what goes up must come down, and that denotes gravity. I'm accepting that. Love, however, I know unequivocally, because I've experienced it, I've felt it, I am loved, I am loved, and I love, so I know that, right? So that's within my lived life experience. However, a great deal of what I accept to be true is just that. I just accept it to be true. I can't know it to be true. We have something to learn from everyone.
I know everything, babe. And we'll leave it at that. No kidding.
You're absolutely right, my love. You are absolutely correct.
I like playing with him because Yeah, sometimes I'm like trying to like pick little arguments with him, and he goes, "Why are you yelling at me?" And it just becomes our little thing, and then
It's our little thing, yeah.
and then we're like, we're done.
Yeah.
We're trying to.
Hey,
keep things
Muhammad, God bless
interesting.
you. God bless you. Thanks for stopping in. And
Yeah.
we are blessed and highly favored. How are you? Yeah. So,
Oh, water trumps gravity to some extent,
well, yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
water is
Yeah, it really does.
water is also. It's not only is it like you always see a lot of it. Water is life. However, I feel that water is so important. To me, water is important because that is where we were sitting in a womb for 9 months,
Yeah, right.
and so
It's our natural it's our natural habitat.
And for me, it's like water within our womb it's also very important that we keep that safe. What I've learned along the way is that a lot of trauma, whatever,
Buoyancy.
it disrupts the water and the frequency within the womb, and it affects the unborn.
Trauma. Yep. Trauma.
6 questions.
Sick. Yeah.
What is that?
It's I can't remember. It's a literary thing when you
Okay.
made a spelling error or something, or you spelled something the way it presents. I can't remember what it's a literature thing. I used to be really good at it.
I know.
But it's not important. Yeah, Jody, there's a lot of stuff out there that suggests that spelling. Yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot of stuff out there that suggests that what we call gravity is a combination of different things. Buoyancy is one of them. Density is another. For instance, I read that how they proved the existence of gravity was that they observed how atoms reacted in a solar system X amount of billions of light years away, and they observed that, and that's how they that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So like I just accept it. What goes up must come down. Until I come up with something that makes more sense, I'll go with that. But by the nature, I'm a curious person, and so by my nature, because of the nature of my curiosity, I'm not a know-it-all in the sense that I always want to be right. What I don't want to, what the difference is, I don't want to always be right. I don't want to be wrong. I think that there's a subtle difference there, because being that if I always want to be right, there's no room for correction. There's no room for growth if I always want to be right. Because I don't want to be wrong. If you can prove to me that what your position makes more sense than mine, because of my nature, I'm forced to accept your truth and move on from my own. So I think that there's a very subtle difference between being a know-it-all and always wanting to be right and not wanting to be wrong. Because I don't want to be wrong. If what you're saying makes more sense than what I'm working with, I'm forced to accept your truth. Yeah. This is my nature. My nature.
And for you, yeah, and for me, if I don't understand, I just walk away and I'm done.
And that's fine too. Taranta mans them in other. Oh, so I go on you. Bless up. You know, go already.
Wagwan.
Yeah. So a little bit of Jamaican there just for you. Where do you want to go with the conversation, baby?
Where are we at?
We are at, we're
an
almost
hour.
coming up to an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, 52 minutes.
So yeah, for me, I think I'm done.
All right, final thought.
Final thought. So yeah, check out our on Facebook. I don't think I put it anywhere else. However, we really want to get donations in. So if
And we will pick them up.
pick them up, or if you can drop them off, whatever, message us through in the messenger inbox, and we'll make arrangements with you. Or you can even take it down. I can give you the address of the
DCSP.
yeah, I'll give you the
Downtown
address so you
Community-
can take safety partnership.
Safe Downtown Community Safety Partnership.
Yeah, so whatever
have-
works for you, just
right.
let us know and we'll make arrangements.
And we've already we contacted the supervisory board there, and they know and we have their blessing to go ahead, and we asked if we could use our platform to try to raise some donations for them, and so everything is on the up and up. And if you're more comfortable sending the items directly to them, then by all means do so. They know that it's coming.
Yes, so that's where I am at. we'll see what happens on Wednesday. We'll see where I'm at.
Yes, we're back on Wednesday. I'm back on Wednesday. Maybe I'll do
Yeah.
basketball diaries if Mom isn't
Hopefully,
feeling up to it.
yeah.
I'm sure she's such a trooper and a rock star. I mean, she's superhuman over here. I mean, a little day surgery isn't going to keep her out. I think I want to clarify a statement that I made the other day. I says that I wasn't aware of the 6 to 8 week downtime, right? That I didn't sign up for that piece. And it sounds like I'm concerned about her being bedridden for 6 to 8 weeks. That's not it. That's not it at all. Because I mean, she can't cook, she can't clean. I mean, I do all that stuff anyways. Me and the kids do that stuff anyways. That is the role. Daddy daycare over here. That's how the Simpson family works. However, she will be out of commission, so to speak.
That's a nice way to put it.
Right?
PG version.
She'll be out of commission, so to speak. And while everything mends and heals up, as it were. And then once the doctor gives us the go ahead, then I get to do my part in all of this. My contribution to the whole endeavor, as it were. And I will be anxiously waiting, for on the sidelines. Is it my turn to go in yet, Coach? Put me in, Coach. Put me in. Oh boy, that was terrible. That really sounded great inside my head, but this is family programming. Once again,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my foot out my mouth. Yeah.
Okay.
Woo!
Love you, Jody. It's always
boy.
great to connect with you, and I'm catching on.
Have fun, lovebirds. God bless you, Carla. We appreciate you so much. In closing, as we are wont to do, let us send you on your way with this blessing. What is it, my dove?
No, I'm saying soon I might have a ladies' night though.
Ladies' night?
Yeah,
I can't come.
I know, but like with the ladies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What talk to them about? What that got to do with me?
I know, it's soon. I said soon I'll be able to head out. Well, give me a month, however.
And we go out to dinner for at least for sure.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to maybe we used to do men's ministry with Brother Wes.
Yeah, I think
I'm
you have
looking
to
forward
talk to
to
him.
that. Yeah, that if once that'd be great. Ladies' night, right? Yeah, Carla's all about it. Yes, ladies' night. Yeah, and I mean, she actively engages in trying to get me out the house, and it's like, what you do? When's he coming over? What you trying to get rid of me for? What you? Yeah, I mean, where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? What am I doing? Like, I mean, I did that for a lot. Like, I mean, I'm older, right? I'm gonna be 50. Dancing, yes. I'm be 50. You know what I mean? I did all that. You know what I mean? I'm good.
And
she
didn't.
hasn't.
I haven't.
She has. So she need to do a little bit of that. And when the time is right, I'll take her to do a little, because we do like to go out and we do like to go out and go dancing and so on and so forth. However, we did reconcile that we haven't been clubbing together ever, but we do go to support socials and events and things like that, and that's fun. And we go dancing, like wedding socials, and we dance, and it's just great, yeah. And but we don't, yeah. And I mean, but and for her to go and then going to a club, I mean, that's fine. I have no issue. That's it's no longer. I don't think that's where I'm at anymore. However, I have no issue with her going and experiencing that, and having a ladies' night out, and I'll come pick y'all up or whatever. I mean, or take a cab or Uber, whatever. I don't care. I mean, if you take a Uber, cause then I can just go to bed.
Don't worry, he'll send Noah.
Or I'll send Noah. I'll send the big guy to come and get y'all. Yeah, it'd be great. It'd be great. Romans 15:13 and on. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. God bless and keep you. We appreciate you so much. Happiness is a choice. Identify the little things that make you happy and feed into that. Because if you're not feeding into your own happiness, if you are not intentionally feeding into your own happiness, then you are unintentionally feeding into your unhappiness. And we don't want to do that. That puts us at a happiness deficit. We don't want to be at a happiness deficit. God bless. We appreciate you so much. Good night.